neutralized.
What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a Btsu gloves build video and I call it the super turret build. You can absolutely wreck through, I would say almost 100 NPCs with one turret. If you put this turret down while your energy infusion is procced from your gloves, you can kill about 100 NPCs before your turret goes offline. It's unbelievably strong for PvE, and as you saw in the clip, in PvP, it's ridiculous. It just melts through players. And let me tell you something now, guys, they can't escape it. If you think you can just run away and escape it, you're wrong, because it kills you so quick that it's just really good. It's a fun build to use, and I want to show you guys. So this is how I use my Btsu gloves. You can run this build with a few other skills, but we're going to focus around the turret right now. So, before we get into this video, I need to explain to you guys exactly what's going on here and how to use these gloves because a lot of people don't actually know how to use them. So, we're going to be focusing on what the middle talent, the energy infusion, that's what this is based around. So this is the build you want to be using, 11 electronics. We have got 3,400 skill power. Now, you can run between 2,900 and 3,000, somewhere there. It's fine. You don't have to go that high. I was just lucky with some of my rolls. So, the Btsu gloves. Energy infusion. Whenever you apply a status effect, your gloves become infused with that effect. So you get all this extra utility the more electronics you have. So using this in a hybrid build is not going to be as effective as using it in a full skill build. So just keep that in mind. You can use it in a hybrid build, but this is just the way to do it. You still get obviously elemental gadgetry, which is still strong. So charge proxies is something that we're not going to be worried about. That's something that it'll happen by itself. I wouldn't be worried too much about that. It's very strong, so just make sure when you see this icon, you know that is when you can drop your turret. This has to be active. So how do we get this active? You're probably asking. Now, I spent about 2 hours figuring out what is the best way to apply status effect to the enemies to throw the turret down. So what I have found is that the Firefly is by far the best. 17-second cooldown. You have about 3. You can shoot 3 enemies. It 9.1 seconds. So not only do you get the proc from the Btsu gloves, but you have your enemies blinded for 9 seconds, and you could actually make that higher if you mod it correctly. So it's the perfect way to apply status effect. Now you can also do it with riot foam. That's pretty fun. Incapacitates enemies. You can set them on fire. You cannot use the oxidizer. That doesn't work. But you can use the fire starter, but you have to shoot, so it's not as easy. The Seeker Mine now, this one right here, guys, the airburst does work, but you have to manually place it on enemies, and you're probably going to miss. So it's not the best way to do it as well. So I found that definitely this Firefly is the best way to do it. It's just quicker, it's easier, and you get a lot of utility from the blind in itself. You can also use the Banshee Pulse, but don't, because you need to have Demolitionist. So let's get into this build. I've explained to you guys the best way to proc it. Let's get into this build. So Demolitionist is needed. Why? Because you need to activate all the talents that unlock the special turret mod that we're going to get, which gives you 100% damage. And that slot, I think, is you cannot fill it with anything else. So we need to make sure that Demolitionist is active. Now, you could use something else if you have better mods. If you have really good mods, you can use whatever specialization you want, because this is based around the turret. It's not going to be a Seeker Mine, so Demolitionist is not the most important thing. But it is good to run now, especially in this update, because a lot of people are running around with Seeker Mine. So it's you can ignore explosions every now and again. So that's what happens. All right. So let's have a quick look at this, guys. So we're going to change this difficulty just a little bit. So when you go through this, you throw it down, and then you'll see an icon come up, which is, as you can see there, below the 61 mag. There's a little icon there. And then now you can put your turret down. And when you put your turret down, you're going to be getting a massive amount of, well, it's going to stay up for a long time. It's going to do, I can do about 31k. And as you can see, I'm doing about 30k damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. So let's just get into this build. I'm sure you guys understand how it works and the damage it can actually do. So the first thing we're going to look at is I use the Eagle Bearer. You can use whatever build you want. I like to use assault rifles. You can use whatever gun you want, as long as whatever you spec into it. Obviously, your weapon damage mods go towards whatever gun you're using. Then I use this marksman rifle just to get Spike active. So Spike grants plus 35% skill damage for 20 seconds. I think you can get this turret to about 35k damage if you really push it with all the utility that you can add. So you can do a lot of damage. So once you've done that, we're going to look here. So we've got 2 firearms, 5 defense, and 11 electronics. 208k armor with 104k health is actually not too bad. We're not too squishy. You can take quite a decent amount of damage. So what we're going to be doing with this build is, if you're using the BTSU gloves, just try and get on the mask, try get empowered on it. Now you could run. I had a look at this, guys. Creeping death. But you don't really need it because the BTSU gloves do all the work for you, so I wouldn't even bother with that. Just go for your best mask that gives you health, skill haste, and skill power. I've got a nice little double barrel there that gives me a bit more skill haste. Then on the chest piece, now you don't have a lot of options when it comes to talents. I wouldn't go for the explosive damage because this is not explosive build. I did a Seeker Mine build if you guys want to look, it's on my channel. We've gone for Harden just to give us an extra bit of armor. 32k health plus 577 skill power, which is really nice. When you go for mods, go for turret skill power if your skill power is lacking, because then you can get it maybe up to the 3k what you need. And then go for assault rifle damage or whatever gun you're using. Make sure when you're modding your gear, you put the right mods on. Alright, so then on the holster, now you can put whatever talent you want. I was probably going to go with the something like surgical or with weapon damage or with the headshot damage with precise, because I'm going to be using this in the DZ a lot. It's really strong, but you guys can do whatever you want as long as you get a high skill power roll. I've seen gear with 800 skill power on the holster, so you can get a lot of skill power from this. So make sure you do that and then mod it correctly as well. Don't forget as well, if you guys are making a Seeker Mine build, you can get explosive damage rolls on your utility protocol mods. So don't forget that. All right, so the backpack, this is actually quite important. Don't worry about the secondary talent here. Don't worry about destructive. You can put whatever you want that can be active. Now, tech support is really, really strong because as you noticed there in the footage, when you get a kill with the turret, it refreshes tech support. So it keeps it up. It takes your damage from 28k to 31k just with this, and it keeps refreshing so it doesn't run out. So this is the perfect combination with the turret. That's what I found. So make sure tech support is up. It's very important. Get a good high skill power roll. I've got Alp Summit, which gives me 20% skill haste and 5% skill power. So if you can get the two piece there, it's actually really strong. So now these babies, now we all know what they do. If you guys don't, energy infusion, when you see that icon, that's when you drop your turret. Just keep that in mind. It's nice because it has two utility mods. So obviously you can see that it's gone more towards electronics build. And then we've put 6.4k armor. Try and get 6k armor mods. You can get them. I've got only 3. They're quite rare, but you can craft them. A lot of the purple ones have it as well. Then on the knee pads, we've got 314 skill power. I've got Surge. I like this. It's a very good talent now. 20% skill haste is no joke. It's very nice. I've got 5% assault rifle damage on my mod there. So that's the build. Pretty much that is the build, guys. So what you want to do is you want to throw your Firefly. You blind the enemies. When that turret goes down, you can just play on your phone and just relax. Or you can go make some coffee. Do whatever you want. That turret will kill everything. And if it gets disorientated, the turret gets EMP'd. It comes back, does the same damage because this right here keeps it at that high damage, tech support. And if you hit a spike and drop it, you can get up to 35k a shot, and you can hit 11k to enemy players in the DZ, which is ridiculous from a turret. So if you put your turret down and you're shooting, it doesn't matter how much damage you have, you will kill that person. And the combination with my 21.7k damage is ridiculous. So this build is extremely, extremely good. I really enjoy this, and it was really working for me yesterday. I got quite a few kills in the dark zone. Now we're going to be testing this. I'm going to be trying to alter it a bit, but I just wanted to show you guys how to run the BTSU gloves and what kinds of builds you need to be putting. So this is the super turret build. Let's have a look at the stats quickly because it's not too important, but we need to go over this. So don't worry about crit chance and things like that. You do not need that. You will rip through people. Funny enough, I got 24% assault rifle damage, so you actually do a lot of damage as well. Like it's ridiculous. In PvE, this is so ridiculously fun. As you can see, all my skill power is high. 53% skill haste is very nice. That's a very nice number. 50% is a good number because remember, with the gloves, you do get 50% skill haste. So you don't have to worry. I don't think it shows up there. So let's get it. Let's go into the skills for a second now. So we're going to have a look at this. So what we want here is full skill haste. So you can put max targets, but remember the whole goal is to go for that. If you're maybe 1v4ing a team of enemy agents, you might want to do that so you can get all of them. But if you put the skill haste mod on 127% skill haste, don't forget you can get massive skill haste mods here. And then unfortunately here I need to get a better mod. I've only got 31% health. I don't know how that's going to help. But anyways, then I've got 133% skill haste. So as you can see, the mods are ridiculous. We're getting it back every 12 seconds, guys. And then right here is the beast. So I don't actually have a mod for your housing slot. I don't know if you guys can you leave a comment leave a comment and let me know. I need to probably craft a few more, but I don't even have one mod for the housing slot. I'm not sure what's supposed to be there because I do have my Roman candle, which is basically just like a skin for them. So it's not that. So I'm not really sure what goes there, but have a look, craft more mods. You can get very strong mods. As you can see, 49% damage on here with the reason why we use Demolitionist, if you don't have a good mod, 100% damage. So we are doing 18k, which equates to 31k damage when you've got your energy infusion procced. The cooldown is 39 seconds, but don't worry, that goes down, and you don't have to worry about that because your turret stays up the whole time. So skill haste, that's why we haven't gone for max skill haste for this build, because the turret, when it's up, it just wrecks through everything, and you guys need to give this build a try. I've tried the drone turret, and it shoots wet marshmallows, guys. It just doesn't do damage. I can even show you quickly. I don't know why, but it's just really ridiculously weak. It's only got 1800 damage, so I would just go for the assault turret. It's probably the best assault skill that we have that does damage. The hive, you throw it down, you just jump out the way, and then it's just sitting there wasting. So I feel like this is the best way to utilize the BTSU gloves. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's a very fun build. Give it a try, and please leave a like. Have a look on my channel. If you guys want to become a member, it's only 99 cents a month. It'll really help support my channel. And thanks for all the support lately. I really do appreciate it, agents. Leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the best TU5 content coming out. And I'll be seeing you, agents, in the next video. Peace out, boys.